From Washington, this is VOA News. I'm Victor Beattie reporting. Iran fired 2 more missiles in apparent violation of a UN Security Council resolution. Wednesday's missile launches were similar to those conducted Tuesday. White House spokesman Josh Earnest said the actions underscore the importance of last year's international nuclear agreement with Tehran.
Unfortunately, Iran's insistence on developing a ballistic missile program outside of widely recognized international standards is a longstanding concern, not just of the United States, but of the international community. It is, in fact, one of the reasons that the United States led the way to develop, negotiate, and implement successfully a diplomatic agreement to prevent Iran from obtaining nuclear weapons.
Iran said the missiles were inscribed with a message in Hebrew that, quote, Israel should be wiped from the pages of history. Israel's defense minister said it shows Tehran's hostility toward the Jewish state, even after the January implementation of the nuclear pact. U.S. defense officials say an Islamic State operative captured by American Special Operations Forces is a key figure in the militant group's chemical weapons program in Iraq. Officials told VOA Wednesday that Islamic State fighters fired rockets loaded with mustard gas into the village Taza Kermatu north of Baghdad this week, causing dozens of injuries. 3 security guards were killed Wednesday in an attack by suspected IS fighters at a checkpoint south of the Libyan city Misrata. The checkpoint about 140 kilometers from Sirte, an IS-controlled coastal city. The attack came a day after an airstrike on Sirte said to have targeted IS positions. Meanwhile, the bodies of 2 Italian construction workers held in Libya since July were transported back to Rome Wednesday. Both employed. 2 colleagues of theirs escaped alive. This is VOA News. The U.S. signaled Wednesday that it's moving toward a new package of military assistance to Israel, its closest Mideast ally. U.S. Vice President Joe Biden in Jerusalem for talks with the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the Jewish state's regional military superiority must be preserved.
We're committed to making sure that Israel can defend itself against all serious threats, maintain its qualitative edge with a quantity sufficient to maintain that.
The 2 countries are negotiating a new U.S. strategic aid pact to replace the $3 billion a year agreement that expires in 2018. UN Syria envoy Staffan de Mistura said Wednesday that substantive talks on a political transition in Syria are expected to get underway Monday and last not beyond March 24.
We plan to start having informal talks already, hotels or here, with whoever is arriving, but the substantive, deeper part of it, after the first preparation, will be on Monday, God willing, the 14th.
His comments came in Geneva Wednesday as the second round of proximity talks between Syria and the opposition formally opened, although the key players had not yet arrived. Thousands of migrants from Syria and other countries are now stranded in Greece, blocked from their goal of reaching northern Europe after Macedonia closed its border Wednesday, a day after Slovenia, Croatia, and Serbia did much the same. Dasa Kuleberg is a Red Cross coordinator in Slovenia who had helped hundreds of thousands who did flow through earlier.
Since there are no people, no refugees present in the camp right now, we are currently preparing to take down the list of items we still have in the camp.
Despite the closures, the European Union and its neighbors face increasing pressure to handle the large number of migrants and refugees have already reached EU states beyond the Balkans. More violence erupted Wednesday near Tunisia's border with Libya when at least 10 Islamist militants were killed by Tunisian security forces near the town of Ben Gourdan, site of Monday's raid by suspected Islamic State gunmen that killed at least 55 people. A soldier was killed in Wednesday's gun battle. At least 30 people died Wednesday when a 5-story building in the Nigerian commercial capital Lagos collapsed while still under construction. 13 were pulled alive from the debris. One report quotes the Lagos state government as saying floors were being added without proper permits. Months after Myanmar's National League for Democracy won a crushing electoral victory, ending decades of military rule, the NLD-dominated parliament nominated Tin Jaw, close associate of Nobel laureate and democratic activist Aung San Suu Kyi, to be president to replace Thein Sein. Asian stocks generally higher in Thursday trading after a rally in oil futures in hopes European central bankers will ease policy to stimulate growth. I'm Victor Beattie, VOA News.
That's the latest world news from VOA.